backgrounds, even from the government. And that was really heartening. We're talking about really important causes here. One, of course, is women's health, women's fitness. How important it is to pay attention to those small things that keep us healthy. Well, not us, but women, and which they often neglect. And specifically about breast cancer awareness, which is such a silent, creeping killer. And what we need to really understand about that, one simple message that we want to give, among the others, is that if you catch this disease early, if breast cancer is detected early, it can be cured. So it is really the difference between life and death, to be able to predict or to be able to catch this disease at an early stage. Globally also, not only just in India, people are getting more aware that it is really important that women should find their voice. In our often, I wouldn't say often, I say mostly patriarchal society all over the world, and often very neglectful of women, we, in India especially, we want to create that platform and that space that women will take over, that women will own for themselves and speak about their own issues, anything that they want to. So this is our small contribution to that. And I'm really, really proud and privileged to have with me today these 8 wonderful women who have actually given up so much. I wouldn't say they've given up because I'm sure they enjoy it, but really they've worked so hard for society, for improving the lives of millions of people. And they're, in fact, inspirations to all of us, the kind of work that they do. So I'm not going to speak much about it. It's all about the Pinkathon, it's all about women, it's all about women's health, breast cancer awareness. And the first lady I'd like to invite to speak is Devika Bhojwani, Vice President of the Women's Cancer Initiative. She's a breast cancer survivor, and she's doing a lot of wonderful work to increase awareness and help people, help women who have breast cancer. Devika?
Thank you so much, Milan. Thank you all for being here today. First of all, very brave man to sit here with 8 very dynamic, strong women. It's wonderful to be in Bangalore here supporting the Pinkathon. We had our first Pinkathon in Bombay this October. It was a huge success to see over 2,500 women, from the Brahma Kumaris to Adivasi women who came running bare feet, and most of them who ran actually, and the ones who won were the Adivasi women running bare feet, young girls. It was brilliant. And they all came for the cause of supporting something that's very vital: women's health, women's fitness, more important, creating awareness about women's cancers. Now, I set up a foundation 12 years ago called the Women's Cancer Initiative in partnership with the Tata Memorial Hospital, which is one of the country's leading hospitals dealing with cancer, based in Mumbai. This happened after I discovered I had breast cancer. But I was very lucky. I found that the stage I caught my breast cancer was very early. Of course, the initial shock just throws you. You realize, why me? And you go into that whole, it's a very depressing state. But then you also see the brighter side, that, my God, you were so lucky you caught it early. So after my treatment, I realized that there was something I had to do. I went back to the Tata Hospital where I was having my treatment and said, I'd like to start a movement, really, where Indian women learn about the importance of early detection. In 2 cancers that affect women, which cause the maximum deaths of women by cancer, breast and cervical, we have tests that actually can pick up both these cancers at a very early stage. And we all know that a cancer picked up at an early stage is very easily curable. I'm sitting here today being able to do all the things I can do thanks to an early detection. So one of the key objectives of the foundation, and through an event like the Pinkathon, is to create this very important message. It has to go out to reach people loud and clear. Women, you are really important to the people who love you, who care for you. Take care of yourselves. Get yourselves checked regularly. And in India, we feel that, oh my God, this is not going to happen to me. It'll happen to somebody, when we're 50, 60. Unfortunately, statistics are showing that in India, we're a very young population. Breast cancer is affecting women at the age of 20, 30, 40. I get a call practically every day from a young girl who's found a lump. So it's not something that we need to neglect. With an event like the Pinkathon, with all these energies coming together, we hope really to focus on the fact that fitness is something that can help you prevent, because it creates immunities, it builds up your immunities, it helps you from all the things that you don't need to go close to. So it's not about creating fear, it's about empowering women, it's about telling them that you're valuable to all the people who care for you. Keep abreast with your breasts. So now I won't say any more. Thank everybody who are going to partner with this. I hope lots and lots of wonderful young ladies from Bangalore are going to come forward. We've been there, and I think Milind is going to lead this march. Gorgeous Milind, right up there in front. Will be our front runner, I think. Thank you so much for being here. Can I invite?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes, please, why don't you?
Kiran, would you like to say a few words?
So you just heard this very passionate plea from Devika about Pinkathon and why it is so important for all the women in Bangalore to really, participate in this very important run. Of course, we've got some great runners on this panel as well. And all I would say is that for me personally, I think cancer has been a disease which I was very concerned about, both in terms of the affordability or unaffordability of treating this disease. I was also very concerned about finding newer ways to treat and conquer this disease. So I've been involved with cancer both as a researcher as well as a philanthropist. I have created the Mazumdar Shaw Cancer Center at Devi Shetty's Narayana Health City, and I think this has been conceptualized as being a research-driven cancer center, which is also focused on treating poor cancer patients and supporting patients in terms of how do we deliver affordable cancer care. So there, I think the two key areas in cancer that we're focusing on is women's cancer and head and neck cancer. These are the two cancers that we're really focusing on as an early focus, because these are the two areas in cancer that really affect our population in India to the maximum extent. Today, cancer, as we know, is the #1 killer in this country. It has overtaken heart disease. And that's why cancer is becoming such an important focus for everyone in the healthcare sector. Secondly, if you look at women's cancers, breast cancer is the #1 killer. Having said that, there is a fear psychosis that sets in which need not be there. I think women must not fear cancer. And as Devika rightly said, it is about early diagnosis, early detection. When you catch cancer early, you can actually have very positive outcomes and curative outcomes at that. And that is what Pinkathon is trying to establish. How do we create this huge awareness? I think today women's issues are coming to the fore in every possible way. But I think women's health is a very integral part of this. We all know that obesity is also one of the factors that leads to propensity in terms of your propensity to cancer. And I think therefore fitness becomes a very, very important part of cancer care. How do you keep yourself fit? How do you make sure that you don't veer towards obesity? That is the first step. And then, as you just heard, a lot of young women are now, becoming victims of cancer. And I think this is where I think detection should become a very routine part of your annual calendar. And if you can actually start focusing on these couple of issues, I think we can make a big difference to cancer patients, to cancer care, and even to avoid cancer altogether. So I think this is what we're here for. I really would like to say that, we, I'm here also representing Biocon, which is one of the sponsors, because we are very strong in this whole cancer segment. We are researching new drugs for cancer. We are also already have a number of products in the market which is making a huge difference to cancer patients in this country. I think as an entrepreneur, it gives me the greatest satisfaction to know that we've saved lives. And this is what it's all about. And I think Bangalore as a city has always been a very willing participant in any important initiative. So let's throw our might behind this very important issue. And I would really like to thank both Milind and Devika for really raising this important issue, and for really, doing it through such an, innovative way of creating this marathon called the Pinkathon, where I think women will run for this, and I hope a lot of men will also run in the same
They're not allowed.
race.
Not allowed.
Behind the women. No, behind the women, and I guess one will be running up front. But I really think this is a race about women. This is a race for women. This is a race against cancer. And this is a race to create awareness for cancer. So I think it's going to be a big opportunity for all women in Bangalore. And I really hope they come out in big numbers just to support this very important initiative.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shaw, for your wonderful words, and we are really happy for your support. And as she mentioned, that everybody needs to support this. So all of you from the media, the reason that you're here is because we look at you as friends who are going to support us, who are going to take this message across to all of Bangalore and all of India as much as you can reach. I'd like to now ask Ashwini Nachappa, who is a wonderful athlete from Bangalore, a great friend of mine, and we've known each other for the last 22 years since she was born.
Thank you, Milind.
And Ashwini, if you could just say a few words, hopefully in Kannada. Could
That
you?
would be a little difficult, but
Try a message, one message.
I'm extreme. Priyanka will
Priyanka will do it?
Yeah,
Excellent,
yeah, yeah.
excellent.
She has to do it, being from the Kannada industry. Well, I'm here as an athlete, also as an athlete who advocates about health and fitness, and I think it's very, very important. As I've always said, a sound mind is found in a sound body. It's very important for each of us across age to be healthy, to be fit, and issues such as breast cancers is out in the open today. As Devika just said, young children are prone to breast cancer. It is very, very important we as women come out and encourage people to, especially women, to have that annual check, to do whatever is necessary, because we as women who are taking care of our children, husband, home, really don't give a damn for our health. And I think we need to prioritize that. We need to make it an important issue. And events like this, which create awareness, should not be just one-off event, but should be an annual event, should be a continuous process to engage as many women across the country into this initiative. So thank you, and I'll be here to support this event.
Thank you so much, Ashwini. Priyanka, we all know Priyanka Upendra, and Priyanka's going to say something in Kannada.
Thank you. Now I just have to change my entire thought process.
Okay, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be here. I'm ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು. ಈ ತರ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Either I have to speak in Kannada or English. ಏನು English ಆ ಕನ್ನಡನ? My Kannada is almost like English, I think. Okay, so English, little bit here and there. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Milind and Devika ma'am for giving me this opportunity to be here today. And I'm so happy to meet so many wonderful women. It's really inspiring. I've made so many friends already. And Rashmi, I already know, and Ashwini, and I'm getting to know the rest. And well, there has been ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ತೆಗೆ cervical cancer ಇತ್ತು, my mother-in-law, and she is a survivor. My uncle had lung cancer 7 years ago. He passed away. So, it's been, I think, there in almost everybody's family, you might find 1 or 2 cases. So I think it's very alarming. And the other day, Nandu, I was reading in Bangalore Times that Bangalore is the city which has the highest number of cancer patients, apparently. I don't know if it's because people are coming out and getting checked over here more, or it's just the lifestyle over here. There are more suicides, there's more cancer in Bangalore, which is pretty scary and alarming. So definitely when something like this comes up, we want to participate, and tumba khushi aagta ide, tumba hemme aagta ide illi bandi ivottu nanige, because idu tumba I think everything starts from the mind, according to me, and most of this, I think there is some problem in most people's mind, I guess, because of the kind of lifestyles we have today, where we are pressurized with so much to do. Money, kelsa, competition, everything is getting more expensive, and like everybody, like there's so much pressure to look good, there's so much pressure to, just just be out there. And I think that, women, I think we face the brunt of it because, we are expected to look good, we're expected to take care of the family, we're expected to, suddenly become slim after children. It's crazy. Otherwise, your husband's like, oh, look at that one. She looks good, huh? So you're like, give me some time. So it's so much, and it takes a toll on you mentally. And mentally, in that, I think all these things start. Excessive eating, or, XYZ, which causes so many other health problems. Even diabetes, I hear, is a lifestyle disease. So frankly, I think that the Tumba Mukhya, that first of all, awareness that this thing is happening and it's rampant and that we have to prevent it at an early stage. Taking care of yourself is very important. It doesn't mean you're selfish. I mean, your grandma might have told you that, if you have a bath, before you give the kids a bath, you're being selfish, but that's not true. You're becoming cleaner so you can give the kids a bath, right? So, it's silly. Take care of yourself first, and then you can have a happy family. If you're happy, your family's happy. That's the formula I adapt. And I don't care if people think I'm selfish, if I have me time, but that me time is so that I can take care of everybody else kind of time. So, adu tumba mukhya ansate nanige. And it doesn't mean you love anybody else. I think we have this guilt trip, especially as women. If we're working, we're thinking about the family, oh God, my kids. And if you're at home, you're like, oh God, we should have been working. You're missing out on that time. So constantly there's a duality which harms our mind, I think. So when you're working, focus on that and be happy and be proud that you're a good mom and you're working still, And when you're at home, you're not missing out on anything. Everybody takes a break and does the family work. That doesn't mean that you're going to be behind in any kind of work at any point in time. You can always come back. I mean, I've done that. I've done 10 films after I got married and I had 2 kids, and I lost 25 kgs and I got back, and it's possible, and I'm still back and I'm still planning the family, still it's going on. So everything is sort of like balancing out. I do have my crazy moments. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just saying that I'm working on it. And I care about myself and I care about my health. And I would love it if everybody else does. And I think that women, I think today, they stand for so much more than, what we were given before. I mean, seriously, I think that now is the time to step up and take care of yourselves and spread the message that we are strong and that we can take care of ourselves and that we are not selfish. We are worthy of love, of giving love and accepting love. So, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on when is the date? The 7th, right?
7th of April.
7th of April, I'm going to be brave and run, and I hope that Ilru, Namjote, Bartirali, especially women from all kinds of fields, and just inspire everybody. And thank you so much. I wasn't really prepared much to speak in Kannada, but thank you so much. Tumba khushi aagta ide illi bandu. Neevu ellaru banni, ellaru bhagavaisi idralli naan irtini, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful event. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to just share a few ideas and words with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. That was absolutely beautiful. It's so nice to hear you speaking in Kannada. And I'm really, really happy and honored that you will actually be running on the 7th of April. And everybody's going to be watching you. Don't let that scare you. We'll be there. We'll be there. Okay, Reet. What? You're all running together. That's great. Everybody here is going to be running, okay? Okay, Reet Abraham. One of the most beautiful women in India. One of the best athletes we've ever had. And she's been supportive right from the beginning. Really happy to have you here, Reet. A few words in Tulu. Okay, but whatever you're comfortable with.
Thanks, Milind. Fitness has been part of my life from the age of 12, and it's I've been promoting health and fitness in the city of Bangalore for almost 20 years now. And the first thing I tell a woman who is not very confident or is feeling a little low is, you should start exercising. You will feel good, and then everything will change for you. And I think in our lives we have met somebody or the other, either a family member or a friend, or somebody through a friend or a family member who is down with breast cancer. And it's really sad because for me personally, I know 3 people who are very close to me, with breast cancer, and it's really hard to be by their side when they go through this illness. And it's so difficult because even educated women, they postpone their checkup, saying that it will not happen to them. And even though they realize that there are some kind of lumps inside, they don't go for their checkup. And by the time it's too late, and then you have to go through the whole treatment, which is really, really bad, and it's terrible, which brings down the patient plus the family members around. And if, we can just tell word of mouth itself, push sure, I can see more men here than women, but I think it's, for a woman to go on her own to do something, even to this day, is really difficult. But if the men can help the woman to go for her checkups as early as, 25, 26, earlier we used to say 40, but now I think 25, 26 is the right age for the women girls to start going for their checkups. And if we could push them and help them, to see that everything is clear, it is really, really important. And I think if you're fit, you can fight the disease easier and faster. And, you will be confident that you can fight it. But if you are not fit and you're obese and you have other problems, then it becomes really difficult. So for me, being here is really important and special. Firstly, because it is Pinkathon, a run only for women. I think this is the first of its kind, in the country. And secondly, of course, I know Milind for a very long time. And when he said that he was bringing Pinkathon to Bangalore, I said, any support that you want, that I'm here and I will, help you. So all of you here, you play a very important role promoting the run, and especially, making it really aware for the women to come out there and start. It's never too late to start exercising and, keeping fit, because I met some of the women who say, I'm 35 and I think it's too late for me to exercise. It's never too late. It's never too late, and you can start even when you're 50. So just spread the message that you can start exercising, and nobody is here to judge you. You can just walk and finish a 10K or 5K, whatever it is. So please be there and support the run. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reet. That was wonderful. Maya Vishwanath, why are you laughing? Okay. Maya Vishwanath is from Symbiosis Institute. The Symbiosis, again, right from the beginning, right from when we started with Mumbai with the first edition last year, they have been so excited and enthusiastic about this cause, about the event, about the Pinkathon, about raising awareness about women's issues, especially breast cancer awareness, and all their institutes all over the country are now with the Pinkathon. So I'm really, really happy to have Maya here. And Maya, in fact, has left no stone unturned. I mean, every student is activated, every department is activated, everything that you want. Do you want this? I'll do it. Do you want that? I'll do it. So it's really heartening to see that kind of support. And that is the kind of support that we're looking at from everybody, because what we're doing is for everyone. It's for all women, it's for all women everywhere. It's for your mothers, it's for your wives, your sisters, your girlfriends, all the women that you love. Thank you so much, Maya, for being here. Just a few words.
Thank you, Milind. The question you asked me, why I was laughing, you will also laugh. With such amazingly fit women and one incredible hunk, you will be wondering what I am doing here. Let me assure you, I am in the pink of health, literally and otherwise. But when Milind approached Symbiosis Pune, as he has already mentioned, he wanted to look at a knowledge partner where we look at Pinkathon as a tool and to bring out a research paper. And Dr. Rajiv Yeravedkar, one of the promoters, knowing me to be the hardcore feminist that I am, and that I am running an MBA in communication management, asked me if I would love to do it. I mean, if I want to do it. And I jumped at the offer, because this is something which has always been very passionate to me. And we have been working with Milind, as he has said, and we will of course increase the intensity of this from tomorrow, because we are unveiling it today, the Pinkathon. We have exactly 3 areas that we are looking at to presenting the paper, and then we will be publishing the the results in national and international journals. One of this was effective communication strategy to maximize the communication efficiency and the impact of the Pinkathon. The other was Pinkathon as a case study. And the third was impact study of the Pinkathon as an effective tool for increasing awareness of fitness and preventing breast cancer. Maybe in lighter vein, I would like to add a 4th parameter to it and look into the psyche of a person, accomplished individual and a male at that, like Milind, and say, what is it that is driving him to look at women's causes. And we do need the support and this kind of motivation. I mean, it's not support and motivation. He has been the prime moving force, the mover and shaker behind this, and looking at not only the elite, which they can take care of, but the marginalized sections of society. Therefore, my entire lot of staff, faculty and students are going to be involved in this entire exercise, because we need to start young, as you all mentioned, in your early 20s, so that you really put that the need, necessity for fitness, fit mind in a fit body, fit soul, and so on. And youth are the ones who need to be sensitized on this. In the present day times, you not only look good, you feel good, you're also good eye candy. So, we are trying to do our best. And should there be anything, please do not hesitate, any of you. Just give a shout. Me and my group are there for you. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Milan.
Thank you so much, Maya. You're all eye candy here, believe me. Okay, now the mascot of the Pinkathon Bangalore. We are unveiling the mascot also. Rapid Rashmi is going to be talking about the Pinkathon. She's going to be running the Pinkathon. She's going to be training for the Pinkathon. And she's going to let all women know who've never run before, who want to run, what it means to actually train for something like this. She will in fact be going through the transformation that actually happens when you start running, right? When you're not running at all, to you running a 10 kilometer, the kind of training, the kind of lifestyle, it really changes your life. And that's something that Rashmi is going to go through, and she's going to share that with the millions of listeners that she has in Bangalore. Thank you so much, Rashmi, for agreeing to be the mascot. And please, would you like to speak in Kannada?
Of course, I would love to.
Thank you.
It's like, that's where my bread and butter comes from. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಮೈಕ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Translation to that is, my tongue has been running in front of the mic for 7 years now. It's now me who's going to run for Bangalore, to create, awareness about breast cancer. After listening to all you women talking so much about breast cancer, though I'm young, I think the first thing that I'm going to get out after, once I get out of here, I will definitely go to a doc, and I'm going to, get myself checked completely, because the fear in you is definitely going to kill you. So, one message ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ to all women out there, ಯಾವುದೇ ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಖಂಡಿತ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಮ್ಯಾಮೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್? ಯಾ. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ, we should definitely be confident, so that we are sure we are safe, we are still in the safe zone anta. And Milan, thank you so much for choosing me. And since radio is a very powerful pedestal platform, I would definitely reach out to lakhs of listeners who are listening to me every day, and definitely urge so that more and more listeners are taking part in the run. And we all have heard people dying of cancer, but here's a different thing wherein we are going to say, let's die for cancer. Can somebody see it? Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, now it's like DYE, die for cancer. So this is like a pink, strand, wherein all the women who are going to run on that particular day, so they're going to have this and they're going to do the running. So Milan, I've been working out for like 2 years now, but I'm not sure, I haven't done a 10K run at a stretch. So I'm sure you have the ambulance and all that ready.
You do it. All of you are running, so you're all going to run together. That is the beauty.
See, because I'm scared, because all the women are going to be running behind you. So nobody's going to run behind
If
us.
that's what it takes, I will run.
Anyway, so yes, on a serious note, we all have to support this serious cause, and let's run for cancer. Let's create awareness for about breast cancer. So I'm going to run. So keep your running shoes ready. So see you there.
Thank you, Rashmi. Devika, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I just need to add, Rashmi, that was wonderful. What you're talking about is all women really need to go and get themselves checked. Now, there are some ages and there's different checkups that you get done. What we are telling women, very important, from the age of 20 or 25, learn how to do a breast self-examination yourself. Every month, learn how a normal breast feels like, your own breast. Start getting familiar with it. Why we teach them to do that, and it's a very simple thing. You do it in the shower, you do it lying down. You must know what your normal breast feels like, so that if any change takes place, you go to see a professional doctor. By the age of 25 and 30, Now we suggest not go for a mammogram, but go for a breast examination by a professional, by a gynecologist, by a doctor. Go to a gynec and check on what a pap smear, at what age you should have it, and a pap smear you can have even early. But a mammogram they suggest post 40. Abroad it used to be in the West post 50, but in India now they're saying post 40 because they're picking up cancers, breast cancers at an earlier stage. So this is the information that really needs to go out, that women, and start having a dialogue about your breasts with your mothers, with your aunts, with people. Find out whether they've gone for checkups. Have they had their mammograms done? Thank you, Milan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all you lovely, wonderful ladies for being here. I mean, it's really, really important for a cause like this to be supported and to be encouraged and to be spoken about. And I'm really proud and happy to say that every single one of these ladies, at the moment I spoke to them, they all agreed, because they all know how important it is to make everybody else aware about what needs to be done. These are simple things that every woman needs to do, and it starts with just thinking about yourself and giving yourself that little bit of time. So thank you very much, every single one of you. If you have any questions for any of us over here, we'd be really happy to answer. Also, we can do one-on-one interviews if you like later on. Karan, just help them with that. But any questions right now, we are open to taking them.